This video covers liquefaction, how it occurs, and the damage it causes during earthquakes. As you can see here are two examples of liquefaction. One showing the cracks in the road and the mud that has risen in the ground after an earthquake, and the other one is in a road, a car sinking into the road. First, you'll have to describe what liquefaction is. Liquefaction is the process that causes soil to lose its strength by moving the soil particles apart. In other words, the soil, which was once solid, then begins to act like a fluid, kind of like quicksand. You'll then have to explain how this occurs. So when you build a house on solid ground, quite often underneath, you have tightly packed particles of soil holding it together and making it solid, just like you normally see particles in a solid. However, in between there, this sort of loose sand or soft ground, there is water, and the water, called groundwater, will fill up to a certain point. When an earthquake occurs, this soil is shaken and vibrated from the earthquake, and this causes the soil and the particles to move apart. When they move apart, the water in between them can rise up, and this will turn the soil into a liquid. Okay, so water will start pooling at the top at the ground level, and because the ground is liquid, buildings and structures will sink and start falling in. When the shaking stops, the soil particles will settle back down again. However, that will squeeze water out, and you'll get cracks and holes in the ground, layers of mud, and flooding. You'll also need to link explaining what liquefaction is and how it occurs to damage caused in the earthquake. Okay, so liquefaction causes the soil to become unstable, and it becomes unable to support or hold a load. That load might be a building or a car on the road. Therefore, roads will become uneven, buildings will sink or fall over, as you can see here, and then groundwater that was underneath the ground will be squeezed out of the soil, causing large areas above the ground to be covered in deep layers of mud, and also flooding.